This is Mountain Bike Man doing dirt biking today. Boy, that would be so cruel, huh? Say like you're right here and like a boulder comes down and takes you out. Oh man. It's great if you got a couple buddies with you to help you get your bike out. But if you're by yourself and you got to get your bike up that ravine, that embankment, oh. I think I'll remember where the other trail ties in here. I'm not sure. Maybe it's further down. Maybe we haven't passed it yet. But let me just stop right here and look for a sec. Yeah, you would know. You would see another trail right. Not that that trail is so well taken. You don't really see it that well. It's further down. We didn't pass the junction of the loop. That's the one we had trouble with. One of them coming up. This one here, I shot out of here like a banshee out of hell. Well, we had trouble right here. Gravity is working in your favor on the way down. You don't have to horsepower up a 280-pound bike and 170-pound passenger. We're in no hurry, guys. We'll get there when we get there. Gotta make sure your mirror doesn't hit a tree. That's for the highway. I shouldn't have it on right now, but we gotta travel 7 miles down the highway to a spot too. That was a bit of a trick spot too. You can see going down is much more pleasant. No hurry, guys, no hurry. slow and easy. Molasses. In January. We're gonna stop in this shade spot here. I got a little cramp growing in my leg. Got a cramp in my leg, so yeah, see, even right here, man, this ultimately was a landslide at one point 100 years ago. You get one of those 100-year rains in this drainage all through this area. It saturates the ground and just, you get landslides. It loosens the mud. Then it just shears broken rock and more broken rock. You can see all this shit right here. At some point there was a landslide here. I'd say 100 years ago. See, you know, somewhere around there. And it could happen again. I mean, look, there's a sheer cliff there. And any time, a chunk of that cliff could let go. And when I say a chunk, I mean like from the bottom all the way to the top could just crumble, you know, and we would be fucked right here, by the way. if it did, we would not be able to get out of the way quick enough. I don't know what the fuck you would do. Run? Where are you gonna run to? The whole fucking hill is coming down. Oh fuck. You might be able to make it. Let's see if that thing came down. It looks like I'm dead center. So I don't know, you'd be trying to think, should I run this way or should I run this way? Decisions. Mountain bike man, doing a little dirt biking today. Mountain bike man is more than just one trick pony, gentlemen. You know, last time I was on here, I did run into. I gotta take a drink of water. I just wet my mouth with it. I'm getting dehydrated. I'm starting to cramp a little bit in my legs. Last time I ran into 4 female hikers going up. I ran into a lone female hiker coming down. And I know there was 2 mountain bikers up there ahead of me. They went all the way to the lake, second lake, and I didn't go that far because I was running out of battery. And I didn't know how much battery I was going to need. So, okay, we're going to take it nice and slow and easy through here. We're in no hurry. Nice and slow. glad I stopped there and rested my leg. I needed my legs there, both of them. Nice and slow and easy, like molasses in January. We're in no hurry, guys. Fatigue. The more fatigued you are, the slower you go. You don't want to have an injury. You don't want to have an injury that can end your career. You don't want to have an injury that can end your career. I would dare to say Bruce Willis used to live in this area. And his wife, ex-wife, Demi Moore, I think she still lives here. But I would dare to say that they all hiked this trail at one point. Bruce, Demi, and their kids. I mean, if you live in this area, typically that's what you're going to do. I mean, when they lived here, when they first moved here back in, say, I would say that they were back here in 90. You know, there was nothing so much more people live up the canyon now than back then that it's just crazy. Yeah, I mean, you know, it's crazy how this canyon has developed. Now this is BLM land here, but and it used to be BLM land right outside of Ketchum. That was all BLM. But the state of Idaho bought it, and per se, and then of course people bought it because they wanted to build their houses on it, you know what I'm saying, and stuff like that. So there's a gentleman that's got a cabin not far from here. He's like the last person. He's got a piece of land there, and he's got a nice little house on it, and campers on both sides of them. Not close, you know, a couple football fields away on each side of them. So that's his strip of land there. How much he owns, probably a couple acres or something, but that's where he lives. You know, I don't know what you can do for a living. You know, maybe it's, you know, maybe he's a doctor and this just his getaway cottage or something. I don't know. I drove by, I seen a guy there. I don't know if that was the owner or somebody else. Okay, she cooled down, so let's get going. I stopped here because there was shade. Sign says. Ranchers have to keep their cattle away from the lake. They must have it fenced. They cannot allow their cattle within 200 yards of the lake. It'll pollute the lakes. You know, the cow shit. So they must have it fenced. I mean, so cattle can't get close to the lake. Is what I'm saying. No hurry. We'll get there when we get there.